bestie is
It's the first
driving.
time we see after we meet after the quarantine. Yeah, the
Yes.
quarantine. Yes. They're my parents.
Y aquí están los padres de Ruth. Que vamos a ir.
We're
bestie.
going to a new mall, which is called Bamboo. When I went the first time, it was amazing, and I know she likes decor, so I want to take her there so she can see how beautiful it is, because it has a complete different structure from original malls, right? So we're going there.
Yay, we're going there.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
So, hello guys, we are here in Bamboo. I'm so excited. This is an amazing place. It's the first time I came here, and of course my bestie Ruth brought me today. And we are so excited as well because we want to talk about blessings that God is giving us, even though we are living this
Hard situation, I will say, yeah.
So-
I mean, pandemic or 2020, we will always think that it's the worst year or the worst thing that could ever happen. And of course, it has bad things, but remember that also good things are still happening. So we need to always look at the positive side of everything. Well, basically, as you saw, she just recorded me driving. She was impressed because like around 2 years ago, I wanted to get a car. I was like, I really want it, I need it, because I study on a university which is really far away from my home, and I started praying God, like, God, I really need this car. I really needed to go to my university, and well, then this happened, right? I mean, the COVID-19 came to the whole world, and we went to quarantine. Even I couldn't see her. I couldn't see her at all because before quarantine, she was moved to a different building at work. It was very hard for me because she didn't want to leave. She was crying, and I was like, Natalie, don't cry.
I was crying.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very hard situation since the very beginning because many things happened, right? But at the end, we all moved to our homes, quarantine and everything. And I remember that I was not working at first because we couldn't, right? We didn't have the computers and everything. But then the work told us that we were going to be working from home, and they sent the equipment. I think it's equipment, but yes. And after that, I remember that I was originally working as a part-time, but now they told me, Ruth, since you're gonna be working from home, we need you to work as a full-time. And I was like, okay, I'm not sure, because full-time people, I mean, the ones that are working full-time, they work 10 hours, and I only worked 6 hours, right? So I was used to end up my shift really quick. But at the end, I mean, I needed the money, so I said yes.
So that's another blessing.
Yeah, that's another blessing. I mean, because many people, including my parents, they stopped getting their salaries. They stopped getting the full salary, because my mom originally was getting the 100% of her salary. But then, like 1 month after the quarantine, they told her, we're going to reduce your salary to 50%, and then we're going to reduce it to 10%. And it was crazy. And another blessing of God we can mention here is that all workers at the place that my mom worked, they stopped suddenly everything. They told them, like, we cannot give you the 10% anymore. We're just gonna stop the payment for you. And everybody stopped working. But thank God, my mom is the daughter of the owner of the company. I'm sorry, my mom's boss is the daughter. Sorry for that. But my mom's boss is the daughter of the owner of the company. So, of course, her boss needed her assistants to keep working on everything, because they had big projects and everything. And my mom's group was the only group in the whole, like, how is it called? Company? Yeah, the only group in the whole company that that they were still getting this 10% salary. I know it was not a lot, but still that was helping my mom. But thank God, I mean, my salary was not even less. On the contrary, they told me you're gonna get more. You even have extra hours if you want to work. We're gonna pay you
Right.
more. And I know it sounds crazy, but I didn't want to work more. But those are like small blessings or big blessings, I
Big
will say.
blessings.
Yeah, that you can see on very bad situations that are happening in the world. And well, that's like the long story. But moving on, when I was originally working as part time, I used to get like around $400 $500 payment, and I was used to that. Of course, it was not that enough, and and after I became full time, they told me that I was going to get $700. So I just told myself, why don't I assume that I'm still getting $400 only, and like save money because I want to get a car, right? And I started saving like $200 monthly, and that helped me. And I was like saving them, saving them, saving them, and I even got impressed that I could save that by myself, because it's not like a different account where they take your money and you cannot touch it. It was on my own account. I was just like keeping it, and if I wanted to, I could get it. And I was about literally about to spend some of that money on a TV because I wanted a smart TV, but I haven't got it yet. I had to wait, right? Because I told my mom I'm gonna focus first on the car, and then we can get like buy different things, right? Long story short, I know I talk a lot. I'm sorry.
Come on, it's fine.
Long story short, I was able to save like around $1,000 or more, if I'm not mistaken. And my mom had saved something as well. And well, there were many help. I told God that I didn't want to have credit from a bank because they charge too many interest. And of course, I didn't want to be paying more than what I was supposed to. So one of my family members told me, "Hey Ruth, you're a really good girl. We admire you. We admire your
I do.
worship to God, and I know that this is gonna be a big blessing for you, for the car ride." And they lent me the $3,000 that I needed to buy the car. I mean, imagine they're not even charging me interests or something, and I don't know. I was just so impressed that God is so good. Whenever He wants to give you something, He's just gonna be like, "Okay, here you have it,"
Amen.
and it's amazing. I mean, I didn't even have to move one finger. I think,
Yes, guys.
and I want to share something too because it was not like um, beautiful at all. It Something happened and it was very hard for me because I had the money ready. I had like the person who was going to sell me the car at a very good price, and the I mean, on the day, I even want to cry because it was very hard for me. Imagine that you have your dream in front of you and you're almost getting it. But then that person that was going to sell me the car, exactly on the day that I was just going to give him the money and sign the paper, he just told me, "No, you cannot get it." And I was like, "Why? I mean, why not?" And he was saying that he needed more money, that he couldn't get it at that price. And I was like, "But you just told me yesterday that you were going to give me this price." "No, but I cannot anymore." I don't know if he was in a bad mood or something, but I mean, he didn't want to sell me the car, and at the end, he did not sell me the car. So I was very depressed, frustrated, because as I mentioned, right, it was one of my dreams so close that I even said, "God, I thought this was from you. I don't know what happened." So I was very, very sad. I even cried a lot. And after that, I thought I was not going to get the car anymore. I just said, "Okay, I'm just gonna keep saving money if that's what God wants." And I told him, "God, I leave everything on your hands and do whatever you want." That's what I said. And of course, I kept sad, I kept depressed, because it's normal. We are humans, and whenever we
Right.
don't accomplish something, we tend to do that. But we need to learn that even on those difficult situations, we need to leave everything on God's hand, and He's going to do as He wants to do it, right?
She's preaching right now.
But the thing is that, like, 2 days after that, my parents near my neighborhood saw a car that had like it was the same exact car that I want. That's what I want to tell you. The same exact color, same car type, and the good thing is that it was with a better motor. I don't know how to say that. But the thing is that it has like a feature that allows you to save more money, more gas, right? So
Which is money at the end.
yeah, I mean, at the end it's money. But I remember that I was so depressed that I didn't even want to see that car. They told me Ruth is the same and everything, and I was like, ah, okay, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I was not as excited as I was before because I thought in my mind like I don't want to get excited so I can be. I mean, so whenever they say no, I'm going to get sad again. I didn't want that to happen again, and I was afraid. And so my father, I remember this day very clear. We were praying with my family, and my father, after we finished praying, my father told me, Ruth, let me ask you a serious question. Do you really want that car? And I just said, yes, I do. And my father was like, okay, that's fine. And believe me, 2 days after that, I mean, I was working. I remember I was working, and my father opened the door on my office, and he just went there and said, literally. And literally, 2 days after I told him, yes, I do want that car, he just came to my office. I was working. I remember I couldn't even sign papers or something. I just remember that he told me, Ruth, where do you have the money? And I was like, it's on that, like on that cabinet. I think that's the word. And then like it happened like 5 hours, I believe. And he told me I had to go out, and I was like, okay, I'll wait for you here. And he just arrived and he told me, Ruth, here you have it. And I was like, what? I mean, I couldn't believe it that it was so easy that I didn't have to do anything. I mean, of course, I saved the money and everything, but it was just like a gift. Okay, here you have it. And I was like, how come? And my father was like, yeah, we agreed to the price you originally had for the car. That guy was very nice. Our cousin, I had a cousin, well, I have a cousin that he tried the car to make sure that it was working properly and everything. We checked, I mean, they checked the car, I didn't. And I mean, it was as easy as you're listening to it because my father just gave me this and I was like, is it mine already? I couldn't believe it. Trust me, I couldn't believe it. And on the very first week, I still couldn't believe it. I was like afraid, Daddy, do you still have the number from that guy? I'm afraid that he's going to call us to say, hey, can you give us back the car or something? I don't know. My mind was just so blown up because I never expected such a big blessing with so less of my effort, we could say, because I didn't do anything. I mean, God gave me the blessing for the money, and I'm paying it without interest. God gave me the car. God gave me the increase on the salary in order to be saving the money. Everything was planned. I mean, everything is perfect. So if you are waiting on a blessing, you just need to tell him, even if you are not like good at praying or something, don't feel ashamed. I mean, God hears you, God listens to you. You just need to say, God, please, I leave this on your hands, I leave this plan on your hands, do whatever you want, and trust me, he is going to work on that. So that's my story.
And that's the reason why I was asking Ruth, Ruth, can you talk to us about this? Because definitely this sounds like a miracle, I would say, but miracles are still happening. What happened is that we don't believe and that we don't ask to the person or to the one who is
We're supposed to. Yeah.
exactly. And
And I mean, even you might say like it's just a car, it's just a way of transportation. However, here in our country, trust me that a car is not just luxury; it's a
exactly.
need because she lives really far away from the city. And I remember that when we were working at the building, she had to do so many like runarounds, I would say, because she lives very far away. And in what, in 50, no, 20 minutes, I guess, Yeah, we're right here and we're really close to our work. So it was, I mean, it's a need, it's a must. So, I mean, even though you say it's just a car, believe me, it's not. It's a big blessing because God knows what we need. And even on the pandemic, I didn't want my parents to be on the bus or something because they're elderly people. And I wanted them to be safe, right, from the situation that is going around the world. And thank God everything is fine. Whenever they're like really excited because of the car, that's something that she has realized. They are always telling me like, Ruth, can you drive us here? Ruth, can you take us here? And I was like, okay, but give me just around 1 hour to relax. I just finished my shift. It's very funny, but it's a blessing. That's all I want to say. I mean, these are difficult situations. You just have to wait and trust God. Everything is gonna change, I'm sure.
Exactly. And yes, I hope, guys, this story, her story, can help you to increase your faith, your trust, because He's the only one who can give us everything that we have been praying for or that we have been even thinking about it. I'm so glad my bestie gave us the chance to
Of
speak
course.
about it. And we will stay here for a couple of hours.
Of course. And then we're gonna go to a cafe that I want to show her. I know she loves coffee. She's addicted to coffee and decor. So I wanted to take her to this place because of the decor. We took some clips so you guys can see it. And also, we're going to go to the cafe after we take lunch because we haven't even taken breakfast. And it's already what?
11.
12 noon.
Yeah,
12 noon,
yeah.
basically. So, yes. Keep posted. We're going to keep recording.
Sure. So see you in a moment.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.